Welcome to Sideline Vibes, the Minnesota sports show changing the narrative of Minnesota sports fandom. I'm your host, Derek Long. With us today, going to be talking some. I got my skates on. I got my hockey stick. We got our hockey skit. Oh, and he's got his rollerblades on. Way from down under right now, but down under is not where you think. It's just the down part of the nation, which would be Florida. Ian Stewart, our resident puck expert, our puck head. That we're bringing in to talk some puck. And then always, of course, co-host and guy who is definitely not watching the Bears while recording this, Mitch Reeby.
It's a lie.
Hey, well, we can't, they can't, we just got copyright.
It was
This episode's never, blur that out. Now, also with us today, I don't know if we even have a camera for this.
We'll have to get him one. Every sports podcast makes this joke. We got to get our producer a camera.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, guys?
Yeah, we have Reed. Reed's back. Reed has now taken a new role. He was so good in the last episode that we decided to make him do all of the work that we don't want to do.
Man behind the cam.
Yeah. And he's gonna make it. He's gonna elevate us.
He is. I was tired of doing both behind and in front. Yeah. I was like, we should get someone that.
It's tiring.
Well, it's not tiring. It's just. It is less stressful coming to a shoot knowing that I don't have to set up the cameras and the audio and then also figure out what we're actually talking about today.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to put my game-used autographed Eriksson Ek stick down on the ground. Probably not a great place to put it. But anyways, we're going to be talking Wild. We're going to be talking Wild today if you didn't get the hint. We're going to be doing a special segment talking about some puck. Mm-hmm. And then, of course.
Since technically it looks like the Wild logo is a bear head, can you do a bear growl for us, Derek?
Wow. That's what the Wild bears sound like.
Yeah.
Not your like cute bears, your teddy bears up in Chicago.
All right.
Now we have sound effects. Oh my gosh, look at the production value is just.
We've always had
we've always had those? Okay.
But we just haven't had time to play them.
Oh, great. Okay.
And that's what having a producer is great for. Yeah, let's go.
This is great. Can we do like a 90s intro to like when we do throwback time?
Oh,
we just do like a throwback time.
Yep, we can add our own.
On Sideline Vibes. And always we're going to have a State of the State.
State of the State.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Before we get to that, we're gonna do the Puckhead report. We're gonna call this "Let's Get Wild," because we're gonna be talking about the Wild today.
Is that gonna be the official name change for that?
No, actually, it's gonna be called "Let's Go Wild," because It's kind of it's a classic inside joke between Ian and I, which not anyone's gonna get.
I certainly don't.
We should just say it all the time, like "Go Wild," and people just think. Like, go crazy. And it's like, no, go wild. And it's
go wild.
Really confusing.
There was a time where we were driving back from a Twins White Sox game in May, and the Wild were in the playoffs, like away. I don't know if they were playing the Blackhawks, per usual. And we looked out the window and yelled at some poor, like, two students in Dinkytown, yeah, go Wild. And they were like, yeah, woo. And it was over their head completely. So that's a joke for two people, and those two people are on this pod, and no one's going to get it or like it. So, yeah, I'll shut up. Let's continue. My bad.
And of course, we had to we have to explain the joke, otherwise. So we explain it for the people that,
jokes are only funny when you explain them in detail.
No, but it is funny. Like, I would have done the same thing. Like, I'm just saying, like, the best jokes are the ones that you have with, like, two friends that you just have to explain to everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I like that. I was going to explain it. If you were going to explain it, Ian, I was going to. So.
Oh, I didn't mean to step on your toes. I'm sorry, Derek.
No. I'm glad you did. I'm just saying. Someone had to. Mitch is kind of coming at us right now. I think he's.
What do you mean?
He's upset about this joke.
No. I love inside jokes. I agree. I agree with you. The inside jokes are good, and if you explain them, they're better. I explain every single one of my jokes, and I think these vastly improve.
This episode's off to a great start. Wild are currently playing right now. It is the second period. about 3 minutes left. It's 3-0 against the Kings. Spurgeon scored a power play goal. How ironic. The first goal of the game scored by our boy here in the Long household, Spurgeon. And then Kaprizov scored immediately after on another power play goal.
Nice.
I think we went like 5-on-3, and then we went 5-on-4, and then he scored that goal. And then Boldy with a power play goal shortly after. So it was kind of like 3 in a row in like a little span, and then we almost had 4 in a row, but the refs they said no, we got to play fair. We can't keep piling on these poor Kings.
Boo.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go again and talk about like the couple games, and we'll get into like some big picture stuff. Okay. So Wild start off the year 1-0-1. Is that how we do it in the NHL? Do we go ties in the middle?
I believe it's 1-1-0.
Well, that's ridiculous. That doesn't
It's
make
just
sense.
the NFL.
Hey man, I don't make the
True.
rules. All right.
It's confusing. Shouldn't the tie go in the middle because it's like in between a win and a loss?
I don't think there's any sport that does that. Like soccer, the
That's how
tie's
I
at
do it
the
in my
end
head.
either. Like the tie goes at the end.
I've been doing that wrong all year then.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They want to omit the zeros. So
I-
if it's in the middle, you have to leave the 0. But if it's at the end and they don't have a tie, you can omit the 0.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There, Jim.
Smart.
Good point there,
Smart.
Jim. I just thought like you'd be in the middle because it's in
We're,
between a win or a loss. Like that would just make sense, right?
we're blowing Derek's mind right now.
Yeah. My whole life is a lie. So I better update this.
He's got to go back and fix his notes.
I can
'cause we
fix
s-
everything. No, I just did. I fixed it. It was really easy. So we're 1-1-0.
Okay.
We have lost one.
Who did we lose to?
We lost to the Blue Jackets. Are the Blue Jackets any good, Ian? Do you know?
I have no idea.
For some reason, I feel like they were in like the Stanley Cup Finals last year.
They were not. I feel like the Blue Jackets were like they had a run a few years ago.
That's what it is.
And they're the ones that swept the Tampa Bay Lightning when the Lightning had like the best regular season of all time.
Oh, okay.
The Blue Jackets to me are the most like they're one of those teams where like you kind of just forget about, and maybe that's not fair to our Blue Jacket fans out there, all of them.
Not a
five
single
of
one
them.
is listening to this.
Yeah, the one. However, a little bit of note, which I'm sure you already know, I do have a soft spot for the Blue Jackets because they were part of the same expansion as the Minnesota Wild, and they also got a pretty crummy expansion draft, just like we did. Fast forward about 18 years, and the Vegas Knights get handed an expansion draft on a golden platter by that scumbag Gary Bettman. But that's a different story for a different time potentially.
I feel like that's the story
So-
for right now. That's actually incredible insight because I did not know any of that.
Fair enough. And okay, go ahead.
No, you go. I have nothing important to say.
Oh my God.
Oh,
This
sorry.
is the most
One
Minnesota
other-
podcast ever. Jeez Louise. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go.
Well, it's just a couple boys talking puck here. What do you expect is going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh, don't you know?
A much sadder and more somber note, the late, great Johnny Gaudreau was on the Blue Jackets. And if you remember in the offseason, I believe a year ago, or was it, 2024, he was unfortunately killed in a vehicular accident. But
Oh yeah.
great player, amazing player, played, I think, a year or two for Boston College. I'm getting this all messed up, sorry, but beat the Gophers in the 2012 Frozen Four semifinals, and they were so good. It was like the Gophers had a great team, but they just dominated, and they went on to win it. And he basically took that game by the scruff of the neck, and one of those games where you kind of like just tip the cap to the opposing team and the opposing player. And so, that's my only like knowledge of the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's about it. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I remember hearing that story. Tragic story. I
Truly.
didn't realize he was on the Blue Jackets. Again, that's a team that I think I forget
Nope.
about them more than I'm trying to think of another sports franchise I forget about more.
The New Orleans Pelicans, where the fuck they are, but I don't.
Pelicans.
Sorry,
Oh,
can I
such a-
just cuss on this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
you
no?
can.
Okay.
You get
Okay.
3 of them, and then you're out of here. And we'll kick you out.
All right.
Kind of like
Just-
baseball.
No, you can. you can say
Mariners
whatever you want.
are they? Did they win today? Not to get
Mariners. No,
completely
I'm a
off track.
huge Mariners guy. We'll talk about them in a little bit. They might be my vibe of the week. Kaprizov, 2 goals, 1 assist in that game though. Put in a show early on. and then they beat the Blues 5-0. I did watch that one. I wasn't able to watch the Blue Jackets game. The Blues game was very entertaining from the Wild standpoint. Very efficient goal scoring in that one for the Wild. Didn't really have a ton of shots compared to the Blues early on, but still was able to bury the biscuit, as they say. And then right now, going in, I think we're in the second intermission here, 3-0 still on the Kings. So overall thoughts, what are your thoughts coming into the season, Ian, about the Wild?
Well, this is the obvious answer, but the big thing right away, right, was the Kaprizov contract. Will it get done? What was it going to be like? I'm not a huge contract guy in sports in general. Like, some people love diving into all the different ins and outs of contracts, but I did just a little bit of due diligence because I'm a fan of your guys' podcast. I want to be helpful. So we got 136 million over 8 years. So the average annual value is $7 million a year. He's already in his late 20s because if you remember, he came to the league as a rookie, pretty old as far as rookies go. He had played in Russia for a while, and then came over in, I believe, 2020 or 2021. It was that weird COVID year.
Yep.
So I'm. Some people say like maybe it's like too much, or they kind of let him like they show their hand. I mean, like straight up saying, but and by they I mean the Wild, by saying like from the jump, he can have whatever he wants. With the way the Wild are right now, there's a core that I feel like you can build around. That's like a lot of players who are in their prime or maybe a little younger, and he's obviously 100% one of those guys. So I just feel like you gotta. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. And if we weren't, someone else was definitely going to. And we got those Suter and Parisi contracts off the books, but there really wasn't, from my limited knowledge, there wasn't like a bunch of free agents that would have been worth it to go all in on this off season. So to lock him up for the next like a big long-term contract, that should hopefully keep him here along with your Boldies, your Erickson, Boldy, Erickson, Eck. And then on the back end, Brock Faber and this young Zeev Buyum kid who scored his first goal was against the Blues or Blue Jackets. Like the past 2 games, he scored his first NHL goal. Was a stud for the University of Denver, and he's going to be a great offensive defenseman. So I'm excited for this year. I think there are zero excuses as long as everyone stays healthy for another first round bounce. I'm not saying they're going to win the cup, but we got to shake that first round bounce. It's getting pretty.
How many years?
Pretty, yeah, it's pretty bad. And I'm looking at the lineup for just tonight alone. I don't know much about this fourth line, but our first 3 centers, I mean, Rossi, Erickson, Eck, and Hartman, I like them all. And the D-core, if they stay healthy, look good. I know Spurgeon and Brodin are getting a little older, but, it looked all right. There's no easy games, obviously. And I've heard the Jets, they've got Jonathan Toews, who, while old, is on the twilight of his career. And the guy was a stud for the Chicago, and he knows how to win a cup. So it won't be an easy division, but yeah, I don't want to hear any excuses if it's May and we get bounced in the first round again. So yeah, that's where I'm at going into this year.
Yeah, we are team, well, at least I am in this podcast. I am team pay your players. Like, pay your top dudes. Don't let them ever go, because you never know when you're going to get a guy like that. And we got pretty lucky. I know he wasn't a first round pick by any means, but he was like kind of a fun prospect. Like, it was kind of a flyer on a guy who's could be good, pretty raw talent, but we got him at a young age when you don't really know what it's going to be like. Pay your players. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I don't care if the money seems like a lot right now. As we go on here, that contract's going to look better and better if he keeps projecting at where he's going. And we can now, like you said, we have the financial flexibility more than we've ever had before. Now that we have some money off the books that's been kind of stuck there in the nether. I will say, compared. I blame Mitch. That seemed like Mitch said something.
What?
I think Mitch egged him on.
No, I was trying to get him to move, and he was dropping the ball out of his mouth.
As soon as he dropped the ball out of his mouth, I was like, "Oh, this is."
What do you want me to do, Derek?
that was just fine.
Do you want me to drop my laptop in front of him?
No, I knew as soon as that ball fell off, I'm like, I'm just gonna hold on tight here. Hopefully, he just rips out of that thing and doesn't knock everything over. Anyways, I like the flexibility we have. I love like with the young talent that we have. That's kind of getting to that point where we're starting to see really what we got. The one thing I will say, just by watching the first couple games here, is this team. The couple games I watched last year and the year before, I feel like I was lacking like a true veteran leader up front.
Yeah.
And Tarasenko, it seems like he's kind of that guy. I've always liked Tarasenko. He's always like when he was on the Blues for feels like 9 million years.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, he always felt like he was like their I want to like kind of like a Taze, kind of like one of those guys who just are just like solid and kind of put everybody in the right spot. And I was watching this power play goal with Kaprizov, and he was out there with them, and he kind of like took over the show. Because I feel like in the last couple of years, Kaprizov just kind of dances around maybe a little bit too much. Sometimes it doesn't really get a good flow, but he's so good. And Tarasenko kind of like got the troops in order, got him in a good spot, gave it back to him, and buried it. So that was just kind of one example, I guess, of I think that might be a difference maker this year. A sneaky one.
And I think that's what he was brought in to do. I mean, obviously he's not Tarasenko of 8 years ago, right? But I mean, the guy's won a cup. He knows what it takes, and he's still plenty talented. I mean, I just looked it up. I think he's only, I could be wrong. I think he's only 33, which I mean, it's not young anymore, but he's not like it's not like he has any legs that left at all, you know. So yeah, I mean, I know it's a long ways to go, long season. We're only in mid-October, but I like the team we have, and with what was on the table free agency wise, again, by limited knowledge, I don't really think there was a whole lot that was like worth to go all in. Now, I would, depending on how things look and how the way the chips kind of land over the next few months, I would be curious. I'd be curious to see if they go in on a player before the trade deadline, especially if they're in a good spot for the playoffs and they think like we can go all in. But yeah, I think the future is bright. I mean, I know Spurgeon and Brodeen and Foligno are getting up there in age. I know Zuccarello, who's not in the lineup tonight. I know he's getting older. But there's still, I don't know, there's still a lot to be positive about, and there's still a lot of players that are either in their prime years or younger and like coming up, like the Zeke William kid. I am really excited for him. Like I said, watching him play for Denver. I mean, the kid he's so smooth. He's so good with the puck. And I feel that's one of the things I've been kind of not completely missing because Brodeen is very good offensively as well. But like to someone to be completely quarterback the power play is something that you always want in hockey. And if you don't get enough offensive production from your blue line, it really handicaps your team. And usually you can only go so far. So having another one like him, Brodeen, Faber can chip it in occasionally. I mean, Spurgeon will score. He scored tonight. So yeah, I'm excited. I like having Hartman. I would like one more. I'm going to use my second strike. Actually, I'm going to be a PC with or a PG with it. I would like one more FU player, a good FU player. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes we've talked this before. Like sometimes our Minnesota teams are too Minnesota. I was listening to you guys' throwback episode. I love Joe Mauer. We all love Joe Mauer. He's almost like sometimes too Minnesota. Zach Parise was almost too Minnesota. Like I want a guy that's kind of like a FU player. So
someone from Boston.
Exactly. Yeah, I want a real prick. Yeah. Some guy from Boston, from New England. Some guy from like Western Canada who's just gonna go in there and be a dick. So yeah, that's
just
that's
farm
one
on the
thing.
weekends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know, but I like the lineup this year. I like it. I think we're in for a fun season. It won't always be smooth sailing, like obviously, but I'm excited. If they stay healthy, we could be in for a fun year.
I feel like we got to touch a little bit on the goaltending too. First game, Gustafsson, great start to the year. Very, 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 very efficient goaltending. Wallstead,
yeah,
pretty excited for him to be back. I don't really know much about him. I
don't either. Yeah,
but they're pretty excited about him. So the broadcast was, at least, for him to be back, and I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that, and I think.
I feel like Gus is our guy, right? I mean, like, it's good to have, obviously, especially this early, get Wallstead like games in. Yeah. But I feel like down the stretch, like I feel like unless something like implodes, I feel like Gustafson is the go-to goalie. Am I correct in that?
Correct. And it's good to have like every good championship run for in the NHL. It comes down to like which team or two teams have like the hot goalie at the moment.
Right.
Like which teams are, and it could be either goalie. So having options there is kind of like it's kind of a good thing to have. Where we might not have had that in the past couple years or so, but pivoting a little bit to talking about. Well, first, you brought up the throwback episode. Do you have any like Marion Gabrick memories? Because we talked about him a little bit. He seems like a forgotten.
I don't. Unfortunately, I have always found hockey a very fun and interesting game. I'll be honest. I didn't really get into it until my freshman year of college.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you guys living in Marshall know that like Worthington hockey is not exactly cream of the crop. And my parents are not big hockey parents. In fact, they love my parents, great parents, always supported me in whatever I wanted to do, but they were not exactly trying to get me into it because they're pastors, and hockey as a sport is going to give you some weekend tournaments like every other weekend out of town, travel out to like, Grand Forks or Duluth or Brainerd, and there's just no way they could have done that.
Oh gosh, I thought you were going to say hockey was for the devil or something like that, or like devil's work.
No,
I
mean, maybe, I don't know.
I thought you were going to go that direction with it.
Should I? Should I make this real awkward and religious? But no. So yeah, I mean, I have vague memories of the Wild, and I thought they were cool. I always thought the old sweaters were sick. One of my favorite players in that 2000s, early 2010s era was Cal Clutterbuck. He had that sick mustache, and he would just steamroll guys. I think sometimes he would like do the detriment of the Wild. Like they'd be like, you could have played the puck there, and he's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to basically take somebody's head off.
He also had the best name of all time, I feel like.
Cal Clutterbuck, yeah.
Bogard.
So, but Koivu, I mean, yeah, and then Gabrick was sick. Early. Those were my earliest. When I really started getting it was Koivu, Parisi, Suter, in that like late aughts, early tens, that kind of early tens era. And then into the mid tens, when we were in college, it really felt like we had a shot, and like we were good but not great, and we always ran into the Blackhawks, and they always just ruined our life every spring. So yeah, those are my core memories of the Wild, honestly. So yeah.
We'll pivot here to your big Gopher hockey.
I am.
And this is kind of part of our friendship here is this banter back and forth between Gopher hockey and St. Cloud State hockey. We had a budding rivalry, I should say, throughout our college years.
We did.
Going to a handful of games left and right. I even made a trek one time up to UMD. I don't know. Ian didn't come with me necessarily, but I was in enemy territory for St. Cloud State game. We won in overtime. So we spent a lot of time watching college hockey.
That had to be dangerous.
That was dangerous. I was like, woo, we won. And of course, me, I'm just super quiet. Really reserved person, especially at sporting events. So it was not a fun atmosphere for my friends. Poor Isaac, he had to deal with that.
You gotta get him on, dude. That guy's like, he's a like dictionary of and like what's the thesaurus? Is that the word I'm looking for? Whatever.
Encyclopedia.
Thank you. Of like hockey knowledge.
No, that's actually
Derek. I have two distinct college hockey memories with you. I have one. Our senior year, when you guys had come down for the homecoming game, football, and we were playing a home and home against you guys, and St. Cloud they still in Moscow, and it was the end of Lucia era, which the end of Lucia era for the Gophers against in-state teams is not pretty, and I skipped the Kesha homecoming concert to go watch. This is fall of 2016, so she had not yet gotten her comeback songs in 2018, but she also was a few years removed from TikTok and all that stuff.
All time.
I remember watching the Gophers lose in overtime to the Huskies after having like a 2-goal lead in the third period. Coming back just like pissed off, and I come back in, and Derek had somehow scrounged up a St. Cloud jersey that I did not know he had. And I walk into Reed's apartment, and he's in my face like this before I can say anything. And Derek, it's the only time in our, I guess now over 10 years, 11, 12 years of being friends where I almost punch you in the face. You were totally within your right to, throw shade and everything. You weren't doing anything wrong, but I was a sore loser in that moment. But I got it back a few years later when we went up to St. Cloud with Sam, and the Gophers
Yeah.
won in overtime in St. Cloud on a dubious non-call.
Oh gosh,
And,
I've never been more mad at the officials.
And then I was in enemy territory, Mitch, and the St. Cloud fans were pissed because the Gopher player allegedly, definitely, yanked down a St. Cloud player, stole the puck, and gave it to his teammate who scored, and then taunted the student section.
Yep.
Yeah. And so Sam Veldy and Derek Long were very, as sore as they were very good friends and got me the fuck out of there. As they're two, sorry.
Wait,
Got me out of there as soon as possible, and we got out of there. I felt like a refugee or something like that.
and the refs let that fly because that was a home game for St.
yeah.
Cloud, right?
Yeah,
It was insane. Yeah. It
God.
happened right in front of a ref too. Like how he didn't see it is beyond me.
And it was like a reviewable. Wasn't it like a reviewable? They deemed no, or maybe I'm just like I've like a Mandela effect. But was it reviewable to do or on every
I don't think it was
goal?
reviewable, but
Sure,
it was
sure.
pretty blatant. Like if the roles were reversed, I would have been livid. It's one of those where you're like, ugh, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was a heartbreaker. I remember that vividly. But yeah, what's the outlook look like for the Gophers this year? I know the Huskies have had a couple not fantastic years on the pond, but they've been sticking in there. They're not at their top rank where they were for a while when we were back in school. But what about the Gophers? Gophers are looking hot the last couple of years. What's the outlook look like?
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I hate to burst everyone's bubble. Don't expect a championship. This year's a bit of a retooling year. We had a lot of guys leave. In fact, two of them have scored multiple goals in the past few nights. So that's awesome to watch for their pro teams. It's like watching your ex go on and like date a hotter dude. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, you're happy for them, but like it's just a knife twist every time you see it. So a lot of our top players left, and which took with them a lot of our scoring. So it's gonna be a different looking Gopher team this year. A lot more size. They're a lot bigger than they have been in past few years, and a lot of fresh faces, a lot of freshmen, a couple of transfers. My hope for this year is similar to my hope for Gopher football: is do well. I mean, I think not easily, definitely above 500, and then for football, like get a decent bowl game. For the Gopher hockey, make the tournament. But I'm under no illusion of like a championship for Gopher hockey or a big time bowl game for Gopher football. But like Gopher football, they got a lot of young talent, and if they can keep the guys in the Jordan round from this year going to the next couple seasons, Coach Mosco and his team this past August went on a tear for recruiting, and they got a lot of guys, and in a fun way, they got a lot of guys from all over the state, Grand Rapids, Moorhead, the Metro, all over.
Gotta keep those Minnesota boys home.
Exactly. So they got a couple of Cullen brothers, which was kind of a tougher.
Where did his dad go?
Where did his dad go? Derek touchdown down those guys. But yeah, I'm they're in North Dakota this weekend, so that'll be a huge test. If we come out with Grand Forks split, I'll be happy. So yeah.
Big rivalry matchup there.
What's that?
Big rivalry matchup there.
Big rivalry matchup there. So I guess to sum it all up, and we can continue going. It won't be the teams of the past like few years that had all this talent and had a lot of like upperclassmen leadership. It's going to be scoring by committee. There are going to be some lumps in the road for sure. The Gopher fans, unfortunately, need to be patient, which I know they do not like hearing. But this is building for the future for sure. And Mosco's a guy who likes to play as freshmen. He likes to play as new guys, and sometimes that comes with some growing pains. But we've seen it proven in the years past where it is well worth it. So I think they tread water in the first half. I think they get hot in the second half, make the tournament, get bounced in the first or second round. And then I think in the next season and the season after, it comes to fruition. And I think there's a very good chance that they're back to the Frozen Four and potentially raising the banner finally. So it's been too long.
Yeah.
So
that's we don't usually talk a little college there, but that was
Can I do a quick
fantastic.
thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
You said you're a big Gophers football fan.
I don't watch them as much as hockey, but I try to keep up. So,
Okay. Be
yeah.
prepared for another loss this next week.
Are you a Husker fan?
Oh,
Yeah.
geez, puke.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
God.
yep,
All
yep,
right.
yep.
All right.
We need to
Well,
get.
Go Big
I'm thinking we're gonna
Red. Go
have
Big
Zach
Red.
Stelter on the show.
Go
He's
Big
he's a absolute diehard Gopher football fan.
Hey.
So we're gonna talk some
Yeah,
Gopher
he's-
football this week, probably.
I feel like he's to go for football when I'm to go for hockey. Like he
Yeah.
lives and breathes go for football.
Yeah, yeah. No two better guys to come on and talk about Gopher stuff.
Let me ask you this, Ian.
So,
Are the Gophers ranked?
football or hockey?
Football. Hockey.
They are.
I
They're
feel
not.
like
Not
they
to my
would be in
knowledge.
hockey.
I don't believe they are. So.
Yeah, darn. And the opponent they're going against is ranked. So.
Yeah, you guys are Nebraska.
Nebraska?
Also, like we
they
beat
have
1
hockey
and
in
8, and we always give you guys fits. I mean, I remember Derek yelling, "Have a good harvest!" like 5 years ago or 4 years ago when we were playing Nebraska and beat him.
Okay, Huskers of old, of like the past 8 years, not good. But
Yeah, no, I mean, it's always a fun game. It's always a good game between the Huskers and the Gophers in football. I'm excited for this weekend. I don't really have any huge expectations. I mean, this Drake Lindsay kid was a redshirt freshman, right? He's a redshirt freshman, right? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I watched them last week get steamrolled by basically a minor league NFL team in Ohio State.
yeah,
That was fun to watch. But I was more frustrated watching them barely beat Purdue this past Saturday. Who, no disrespect to Purdue, you can tell the coach is trying to build something, but they're not great. So yeah, that was almost more concerning than like getting steamrolled in Columbus. Because I mean,
you kind of almost expect it.
yeah, I
You
mean,
hate
it was
going
tough.
up against like Michigan or Ohio State, and
Yeah,
it's tough. You just can't. They're just leagues above.
they
Big
really
time.
are. Okay, Mitch, I have a quick question for you, not to get completely off track once again. But you're a big college football fan, like Nebraska fan.
I wouldn't say
Okay.
I'm massive, but I've definitely been, since they are playing much better this year, I'm keeping a lot more eyes on their full, like I'm checking box scores in between, like while they're playing, or I'm making parlays that involve their players. So
Hell yeah. Okay, for sure. So, is it just me? I was talking to a buddy of mine from high school who also who's also a big Husker fan. And we were talking, I think yesterday, and we're like, it feels like Ohio State, and then unfortunately everyone else. Like it feels like it's a race for second. Like Penn State was supposed to be good, they suck. Texas was supposed like number one going into the year. Who knows what's going on with them? You know what I mean? It's like there's always like other like big, even Oregon. I mean, Oregon lost this past weekend to Indiana.
I really think
I don't know.
Indiana's really, really good.
I think they are.
You go into Oregon and you beat them by 10. That's insane. That's a culture change that is hard to rival. So, do they play Ohio State this year in the regular season, or are they going to beat them up in the playoffs?
Indiana. Let me check. I don't know. I have two friends down here who I met at who are friends on from Officer Cannon School and are also in flight school down here, and they're big Penn State fans, and they could not be happier that James Franklin is
Gone.
gone. I mean, I don't ever wish someone to like lose their job, but that was pretty bad. I mean, you lose to Northwestern. Northwestern sucks this year.
And
They're terrible.
UCLA. You lose to
Yeah.
UCLA. They don't have any fans. Like, what are we doing? If Nebraska went to UCLA and lost, I would lose all hope. I'd be like, all right, season's done. Close it up. Run the shop down. We're rebuilding. It does have me worried that with Penn State's head coach getting let go, that there have been rumors that Matt Rule is one of the leading contenders for that job, and I really don't. I don't think he's going to leave. I'm going to be very, very sad if I get that news update that he's taking that job. 'Cause
That would suck.
He's a really good college head coach. He proved it
Yeah,
at
and-
Baylor, and he's proving it at Nebraska again. He has that capabilities.
Is he a Nebraska guy? Did he play there or no?
No, you're thinking of Scott Frost.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Indiana does not play Ohio State in the regular season. And they kind of, I mean, they play, I know we've completely pivoted to college football. Sorry, Derek. But
Derek's
like,
just like, I'm on my tablet.
don't get Derek started on college football. Derek has takes on college football. But yeah, not to get, again, to take this completely off the complete opposite direction, but they, as of right now, none of their opponents are ranked. So for Indiana, so like I mean, the path is there for them to do what they got to do and get. I mean, I'm pulling for them. That'd be fun to watch. Some new blood. So yeah.
Yeah, I could see him going against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, because it's now like just the top two teams, right? It's not like there's no East West. Yeah.
What? I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think so.
I'm not totally sure.
I think
Derek.
I think it goes off. Yeah, Derek.
Good Lord. Okay, we're going to put in a disclaimer there. If you want to fast forward through that 5 minutes of college football.
Derek, I think you are putting your feelings of hatred on college football onto our audience, and that's not respectable.
Mitch, has he told you why? Have you heard his college football rant on why he doesn't like it?
If you can make it quick, I'd love to hear it.
I don't even know if I remember. I don't even know if I remember why what was so wrong. Oh, it's something to do with like. Well, now they have the playoff system, so it's a little bit better. But
he told me straight up that they don't matter. The games don't matter.
They don't. I mean, if you lose, but if you lose, and you're like out of the play, like if you lose to a crap team, your season's over.
I could see your argument with that being the 14 playoffs system.
I can't see the Gophers who lost to Cal somehow magically making it in if they don't beat teams like Ohio State. Like your season's like doesn't mean anything.
I think with the expanded playoffs, it's a lot better. I do think so. So maybe
it is a little bit better.
Try giving it a rewatch, and plus bowl games are awesome too.
I just don't really care for college sports in general really that much because it's just like kids and it's just like so much turnover and it's just like I'd rather watch the top of the top, the cream of the crop talent.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather spend my time watching that. I only have enough bandwidth for. That's as you can see if you watch me. We're gonna put a disclaimer. Fast forward to this point if you don't want to listen to college football rant or college football conversation, but during the wild segment.
When the guests they were nice enough to have on just completely hijacked the podcast.
No, I love it. It was great.
No,
I was the one that stirred the pot to bring it there.
Yeah, it was that. But the Wild's next games, they play Tuesday versus the Stars, Friday versus the Capitals, and then Saturday Flyers. So this is an action-packed week here. So 4 games this week. And as we're talking right now, the score, or as you guys were yapping, 3-2, Kings are making a little bit of a run here in the third. Some questionable penalty. I can't remember. Couldn't see who got. Anyways, but yeah, are you guys ready to move on to State of the State, or do you just want to keep talking about college football for an hour?
Hey, Derek, it's your podcast. I would never try to take it a different direction.
No, it's not. Yeah, Do you
want me to do my quick, just to be nice to the rest of Minnesota college hockey, even though I don't care about them at all?
Yeah.
Like my around the horn for State of the State, or you want to do it right now?
Do it right now. Let's finish our hockey puckhead stuff.
All right, sweet. Bemidji State 2-2, swept by St. Cloud. Your Huskies this past weekend. Ooh. They have a home and home with Duluth this weekend, so we'll see how that goes. Minnesota State, they are 1-1. They split with University of Nebraska Omaha. They go to Madison at number 17, Wisconsin, and the little storyline there, not little at all. So the storyline there is Mike Hastings was the coach at Mankato for a long time. Now at Wisconsin, so we'll see how that all unfolds. Again, UMD Duluth, horns down. The Duluth is 3-1. They split at home with Augustana, newly D1. I think they've been D1 for
head coach is from Detroit Lakes.
He is Garrett Reboyne.
Garrett Reboyne.
Played at Cloud. Was the assistant coach at Minnesota for a while. Yeah, good player. They have a home and Duluth has a home and home with Bemidji. Well, they're playing each other, like I said. And then fast forward 2 weeks, they're down at your Minnesota Gophers in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. No longer doing home and homes. The contract is now 1 weekend in Duluth, 1 weekend next year in Minneapolis. But I like that better. Kind of gets the whole weekend, which is fun.
That's fun, yeah.
St. Cloud, like I mentioned, swept Bemidji. They are 2-1, and they host from out east Vermont. So that's kind of a cool little trip from our friends out east. St. Thomas is 1-2. They got swept by North Dakota in a home and home this past weekend, and they're at Air Force this weekend. I have no idea how Air Force is this year. And then this I do care about. Your Gopher women's, because I'm a big fan of all things Gophers, proud alumni, are 6-0. Sorry, Derek, they just swept your Lady Huskies this past weekend. And then they play Ohio State this weekend. And Ohio State and Wisconsin run college women's hockey. So we'll see how that goes for our female Gophers. Good luck to Coach Frost and the women's team. Hopefully they can get a split, if not a sweep. That's my around the horn for our state of college hockey.
Love
So there you
that.
go.
Love that.
Yeah.
Gopher women are just always a juggernaut. That's a talk
They
about
really
a,
are.
talk about a wagon.
I will
A
say,
wagon.
I will say this: St. Cloud Husky women's hockey TikTok, fire. They do a great job.
I think I've
Calm
seen a
down.
couple. I think I've seen a couple, and I was like, "Oh, this is funny."
Yeah, no, it's really funny. It's good stuff.
We got some good content over there. Yeah, that's what we do in St. Cloud. We just produce content. All right, you guys ready for state of the state? State of the state.
Let's do it.
State of the state.
State of the state. Hit it, Reed.
Let's low. I love it.
Yeah, we are upping the production value here.
Yes. Steps in the right direction.
Wonderball.
The Ducks are finally migrating down south.
We got a lot of comments on our singing skills in the last episode.
Did we actually?
Bailey said actually kind of good.
Oh,
No,
really?
She didn't say that.
Oh, Derek.
She said, "What the heck? What are you guys doing?" So I don't know. I think it's something that we can start like a little what's the word? A quartet of if people wanted to listen to us
Trio.
I'm down.
sing.
A
Trio.
quartet.
Yeah, a quartet of
Mean.
Wonderball. Great song. Great song. Loons haven't played since we last chatted, but we did drop in the standings to the 4th in the Western Conference. We have now no shot at the number 1 seed because Vancouver's on a heater at the end of the year here. They took over. They claimed the 1 seed, so they secured it. We're at 58 points, 5 down from leader Vancouver. That's not an option. So we still have a chance at the 2 seed. We're 2 down from San Diego, and we're 1 down from LAFC. And today I just realized that there's 2 LA teams. There's LA Galaxy and LA Football Club. I just learned that today. I've been watching them all season, and I was really confused. I'm like, wait, we play LA, but they're like right here. I thought they were like at the bottom of the standings, but then I looked closer, and it was a different LA. So that's new. Did you guys know that, or was that just me?
No, that was just.
I had no idea.
I knew that all along. You know me.
Okay, just
tuned
me.
into Loons.
You guys are locked, yeah. No
Football.
one's as locked in to Loon Ball, Wonderball than me. I
Dude,
feel like I'm
LA
breaking
Galaxy
news
is
every time
big.
I'm coming on the show. So I went to a Loons Reddit, and I was curious about. Well, I typed in like, what are the chances of getting different seeds, and they have a wonderful Reddit page. This is from RWRE. Oh no, sorry, RWR Empire Builder. Do you know what that?
That
This is
sounds
that
like
person.
a train.
Okay.
Is that not?
We don't want to assume his hobbies.
That Empire Builder is a train. That's a literal train.
Oh, cool. So he's like a model train builder potentially.
Potentially.
Maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
Is it
RWR
Levi?
Maybe.
RWR Empire Builder, Mr. Reddit, or please comment below what you do for a hobby. What
Runs
do you like?
trains.
What are your hobbies and what are your interests?
What's his takes on the Loons?
Well, I'm trying to read it.
Oh, okay.
So he gave an updated thing on the Champions Cup odds as well as playoff odds because there's 2 things at play here. If we can finish high enough in the MLS standings, we can qualify for the North and South America Champions League, basically. If you're familiar with like English Premier League soccer, that level overseas, they have a Champions League. So it'd be kind of fun. I don't know if we've ever qualified for that. Anyways,
They were 4th right now. Is that true?
4th in the West. Yep. So we need to have updated odds. We have a 7% chance to automatic qualify for the Champions Cup. 24% chance of at least securing a provisional spot. Odds to win over the Galaxy. 20% chance of an automatic spot. So what we need is a win against the LA Galaxy on the 18th, and then San Diego. For an automatic spot, we need San Diego loss and LAFC, that's the other LA team, to lose or draw. And then for a provisional spot, if we don't win, if we do win, we still need a loss from both those teams or one of those teams. So we still have a chance to make it to the Champions Cup. We are in the playoffs. We've secured that for a while. So that is really confusing. It's a really confusing. I try to look up like how it all works, and it's too far into the season, and I'm too afraid to ask at this point. So I'm just going to be excited if we get into the Champions Cup.
They do have a watch party in the cities this weekend.
Nice.
I think it's. Hold on.
I have a question for you guys.
They play
Do you
Saturdays.
guys like a watch party, like for like watching watching an event like that? Because I have a couple of different takes on like a watch party or watching a big game in a bar.
Sure, great question. Depends on the team. If it's a football, love watching it with a bunch of people. If it was obviously if it was soccer, even more fun. God, these skates are getting really uncomfortable. I have not worn skates in a while. Basketball, I don't like watching with like on TV with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Because I get really distracted. It's like it's a sport you have to be really focused in on. I feel like same with soccer a little bit, but I don't know. What are your takes of watch parties?
So mine aren't really sport by sport. I guess I could go into that, but I've already taken too much of your time.
No, we have nothing but time.
Oh, sick. For me, I feel like watching with friends is a high risk, high reward. Like watching in a big bar, like if your team, especially if it's a game that matters, if your team wins and you're surrounded by a bunch of people that like are all fans of the team. One of the greatest nights of my sporting life is Sally's in early November 2016, surrounded by a bunch of kids from probably Naperville cheering on the Cubs, and like it was fantastic. But I've also been in bars when your team loses, and it sucks.
Yeah.
So like, but I feel like at home, it's you're not like jumping off the walls when your team wins with like hundreds of like people that are all of a sudden become your best friend. Like you become best friends with people that you didn't know 2 hours ago. However, if they lose, you're like, well, that really sucks. But now I get to like just be home, and maybe you're a couple drinks in, maybe you're sober, but you're not like around with a bunch of like belligerent drunks who are then pissed off that their team lost. Or worst case scenario, in my opinion, unless like I'm worst case in the grand scheme of things, I'm not talking like absolute riots in the street. We're not going that far. But being in a bar or some sort of establishment where like only you or maybe only you and a couple of your friends care, and the bar has a game on just cause, but like the vast majority of the bar couldn't care less, and you watch your team like fumble and just blow the game away, and you're all just like, this, I'm livid right now, and this sucks. And I don't know, Ben from like Cincinnati's like, what's the big deal? Like I don't know. You're like, you don't get it, and then you're just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Yeah, I mean,
it's high risk, high reward.
That
you could be in a situation where you guys were
being in a bar when your team wins with a bunch of fans that also love your team is awesome. Being in a bar when your team loses is like, I want to go home. Especially at like 30, I'm not like, what's the nearest Uber or like parking lot to get me out of here?
Yeah, I don't want that risk.
No, I don't want to deal with that. So yeah.
It has to be also like, again, you guys got were you part of that group that experienced the Minneapolis Miracle live in a bar?
I was.
So,
but even as a secondary Vikings fan, I was ecstatic. It was like so much fun.
That video goes around in our group chat every now and then, and it's like that might be one of the most fun. But like the odds of that happening, very, very low.
Yeah, especially for Minnesota sports. Yeah. And so.
Also, I just like listening to, like, I like to be really locked in. So like they never really have, some places, if they're like only playing that game, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? What's your thoughts on?
I haven't really gone to watch parties. I'll be honest.
Good, that's the move. Yeah.
Should we have one? I feel like we should have a watch party.
For what? Yes. Just for anything? Just find a team.
We want to do a live show at some point, but
ooh.
But that maybe a little bit different than a watch party, I guess. It'd be a watch party / live ep where you have people come up. We have a couple ideas for that. A couple things in the air. But
yeah. I can't imagine being at a Super Bowl watch party if your team's in, because you know that like no one, like, I guess if we're all Minnesota and the Vikings were in, then it's like, all right, we all want to cheer the Vikings, right?
I think I would need to be alone.
Yeah.
If the Vikings ever make it to the Super Bowl, I need to be like with close family.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if my heart could take it.
Yeah, it's just like also like I can't imagine
I don't
being
know though.
watching a game anywhere and like for instance the past Super Bowl, obviously a bunch of us are all from all over, right? And we're down here and a friend of mine, she hosts to watch the Super Bowl, and no one really was a huge Chiefs or Eagles fan, but a friend of mine is a big Eagles fan, and he was like he took some leave and went back home, and I'm like if he was here right now he would be livid because like people are talking in the
Yeah,
middle
see.
of the game, like, oh, well, you like that commercial? Like, I wonder
Yeah.
what that one cost. And
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't wait for the halftime show.
And you're trying to
no,
figure,
how-
you're on Twitter trying to figure out why we're like dropping pat or like why we're not covering. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's see, there's a state of like locked in you need to be as a fan, in certain situations. But yeah,
if you're gonna watch party, 4 to 8 people, and they all have to at least somewhat care. It's not always the same level. They all have to at least somewhat care about the team that is on. If it's just like let's all get together for the college football championship, and there's one fan there that's just a diehard like Indiana fan. I'm gonna manifest it. Go Hoosiers. Then you're like, I don't like this is miserable. No one else cares. So that's kind of where I'm at.
sure.
I don't know. I guess we kind of did a watch party at Reed's
We did.
with the Bears-Vikes game.
Bears,
We
that
did.
Was great.
That was a very low stakes game.
Yeah, it was.
It felt
And you guys
like
all
high
cared,
stakes,
right?
though.
Because like, everyone there was at least a
Oh, yeah,
fan of
we
one
cared.
of those 2 teams.
It was a
Yeah.
roller coaster.
I felt kind of outnumbered, but
It's all right.
it was great for the first 3 quarters. It was amazing.
In sports, it's funny. Football definitely brings out the worst in people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things said that we probably all regret, and a lot of things that happened. That
I
we
didn't say anything I regretted. I was very humble those first 3 quarters.
NFL fans are the worst. Derek is sort of taking mine, but they are the worst. Now I'm not saying any.
I
but, like,
agree.
the general NFL fan, they're too aggressive, dude. They just
Yeah.
get too
Well, it's the closest thing we have to war.
true. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Low stakes
yeah.
war.
Yeah. Gladiators, and they just watch
It's the closest
their.
thing we have to gladiators.
Washington
Yeah.
just blocked a field goal by the Bears.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, let's go Skolum report here. Can we get a Bears update, Mitch?
Yeah, Washington leads 17-16.
Well, how much time's left?
Just started the 4th quarter.
Oh, so we're in Mad Mitch territory. Mad Mitch territory.
Yeah, I'm watching this kick get blocked, and it's really dumb. And I hate the Commanders.
Is Cody Parkey back on the team?
No, thank God. Who is that guy?
Dude, I would never get over his double doink. Though. That was brutal.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Sorry.
We don't talk about the.
Oh yeah,
double
we do.
doink.
We
That
talk
was-
about.
that
If
was-
you can talk about the Vikings field goal kicks, it's yeah.
That's true.
But this is sideline vibes though. We are changing the narrative,
Correct.
except for
One
if you're
week at a
Bears
time.
fan.
1 week at a time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vikings had a bye this week. Ooh, I'm going to try to come out with a video later this weekend, a coaching up with Mr. Stelter. We're going to break down some X's and O's for the Viking season so far, maybe some things that we noticed. I'm cooking up a lot of things for that episode. A lot of research went into this one, so hopefully it's good and doesn't take that much time to edit for me. We're on a bye, obviously. We're coming off the bye. We're playing the Eagles, who have lost 2 in a row. They're going to be hungry for a W, probably. So tough place to be, but we've had a bye to prepare for them. And so this might be kind of could potentially be a loser leaves town match here.
Is it at home, Derek, or is it in Philly?
I want to say it's at home. It is at home.
Yeah.
It's at home, which gives us an advantage, but also Eagles are in a spot where they need to get a win. We're also in a spot we need to get a win, but
Not as bad.
I could.
dare
Is
say this
Wentz
is the game of the
playing?
year, of the week.
Is Wentz playing, or is it McCarthy back?
Undetermined.
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 Dude,
Yep.
He is
back
out
at
of
practice.
IR right now. Yeah, he's back to practice.
Yep. Blake
Don't-
Cashman's back to practice.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Neal will be back to practice this week. Donovan
Nice.
Jackson will be back to practice this week.
So we could potentially be full squad.
finally.
This
Dude,
fly keeps flying around us.
don't let Wentz touch the field because you know he's gonna like just implode if he has to play against his former team.
Oh, I didn't even think about his Eagles connection, but it could be
Yeah.
like a revenge game.
No.
No, Carson Wentz does not have a revenge game in him. That dude is vanilla. And
Yep.
dude.
The media. will
Anyone
say
that
it's a
plays for
revenge game.
NDSU is dead to me. Okay, so write that down.
I kind of
I
want
don't-
Wentz to play for the Eagles just to just curb stomp the Vikes.
Okay. Bleep that. We can't have that. bleep that.
No,
Jeepers.
keep it going. This is hilarious.
A little late. The bleep. We're gonna add that in
long
post.
belief.
Gosh.
No, I mean, obviously, either the Vikes or, I mean, if the Vikes and Eagles tie, that'd be best case scenario.
That'd be hilarious.
I hate
Yeah.
ties in football. That's another.
Especially because the Packers already did it this year. So if the Vikes
Dude.
can do it too, that'd be
The
even
Vikings are gonna tie the Eagles with Carson Wentz throwing a pick to go win it. And then the Eagles are just gonna well, it's done, and they're just gonna kneel it down, and then that'll be it. It was anticlimactic. That can happen, right? Like if he won't return it, the Eagles player won't return it, get tackled, and then it's just over. It's all right. Well, there's a tie. Game over.
Why are we trying to predict for one of the worst things that happens in all sports, a tie?
Because I love chaos, and that'd be so much fun.
I guess it would be a little fun.
Like it'd be like objectively hilarious if Wentz just not even a pick. If he throws like just the most like just lame like check down to no one.
He's really due for some stupid play. If he hasn't used his stupid play. He almost used one with that intentional. Well, maybe he did use it with that intentional grounding where he like spun around and like threw it up in the air against the Steelers. That was horrible. That was an all-time bad. That was a Wentzism. Yeah, he was going crazy there with that one.
But how do you feel the Eagles? Like, because do you think that they are also like pissed off Eagles mode, and then they're like they lock back in? Because I can see that'd be very Minnesota luck of us to have to deal with of all of a sudden pissed off Eagles that were bad the past 2 weeks, and they of course against the Vikings they like get it back together, or do you think they continue to implode, and that swamp person with 2 brain cells, Cam Scatterbo, completely got in their head, and they, is he from Louisiana? I don't know if he is, but he gives out Louisiana vibes.
I think he's from like California, believe it or
Dude,
not.
he gives off crazy like I don't Bayou vibes.
He is a lunatic though.
He would go wrestle a gator. Just
He
'cause.
actually is like the embodiment of Bobby Boucher. Like he's literally Bobby Boucher from Waterboy.
If I drove down the road and I saw Cam Scatterbo with a dirty cut-off T-shirt and some like jorts trying to wrestle a gator out of like some swamp here in Florida, I would be like, I wouldn't think twice. I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. That makes sense.
100%.
And then Jackson Dart would be like, "Yeah, bro, my dude's crazy."
Yeah, and then go cheat on his 8th girlfriend this year.
Oh no!
Oh, that's some lore I didn't know.
I did not know that.
You didn't see that edit? I don't know if it's true at all, so I'm just putting this out into completely. It's not verified at all. But the funniest edit I ever saw was Cam Scatterbo with Gruden, and Gruden's like, "Let me see your count," and Jackson Dart, and
Yeah,
Dart's
Dart.
like, "Cool." He goes,
Yep.
and Gruden's like, "That's it? You've been clapping for 3 years. You've been clapping." He's like, "Yeah," and then it cuts to this chick who's like, "So, turns out he was cheating on me," and then it cuts to Jackson Dart just like dicing up defenses the past week.
That's an incredible edit.
It is, and him like iced out, like walking into the football stadium. I'm like, this is the funniest and dumbest edit I've ever seen ever.
I love that.
Turns out he was cheating on me.
And then it just cut to him like somehow not throwing a pick. He threw it in like quadruple coverage against like the Eagles.
Oh, dude.
People are awesome on TikTok with those edits, honestly.
To the most just obnoxious mumble rap song.
Yep.
I'm like, this kind of is hype, to be honest. I'm 30 and I'm kind of getting hyped. What does that say about me? You know what I mean?
Says you just no ball.
I don't know
Little
that.
breakdown of kind of like just what to expect here. Eagles. Now, I was kind of thinking too what you were saying. Like, are they going to be pissed off? Or are they going to be kind of like locked in? Or are they going to be like kind of like, oh, we got this? I kind of think they might be we got this. Based on like Jalen Hurts, he's very much like his energy is always the same. I don't think he plays with a pissed off mindset. I think he's just
No.
kind of like very even keel, like go with it. And I don't think the Eagles have that because they won the Super Bowl right now. I don't think they have that like drive, that like FU drive right now. And so I think they can come into this game and maybe lose to the Vikings thinking that they could just kind of figure it out, and the Vikings kind of give it to them. This could be one of those things. Like offensively, I think it's going to be awesome to see what we've kind of worked on. I just hope that we covered it. Like it would be nice if JJ's back, and see
They
how
win.
he's progressed.
I think the Vikings win.
I agree. This seems like a Vikings win that they're not supposed to win. Classic And we go, wow,
Yep.
we're on top of the world. This just feels
Yep.
it's gearing up for it. I can already feel it.
Can I make a bold
Just-
statement?
Yes.
As the
I was just thinking that it's going to be JJ's be back. They're going to win. We're all be like, dude, this is our year. And then they'll get bounced in the first round of the playoffs. That's what's going to happen.
No.
What's your bold statement, Mitch?
My bold statement is
Oh, sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good.
JJ's going to play.
Okay.
He's not going to look good.
Ugh.
And Eagles are going to win by 20.
Oh, I don't like that. That's like the worst.
That's,
I know.
Outcome.
I'm just being realistic here.
Or are you being a Bears fan?
You're being a Bears fan. You're kind of being
No.
a grouchy.
Watch
You're being mad, Mitch.
next week when
Just because your Bears aren't doing good.
when
We need
what,
bad
doesn't-
Mitch, not mad Mitch.
Yeah.
what time do they play on Sunday?
Probably like
What time do they play?
noon.
Noon. All right. So when we record the pod next week, Monday, when we do the Skolum report,
I feel like let's cut to Mitch. Let's input Mitch talking smack about the Bears dropping 30 on the Vikings and that never happening. So like any prediction that I have for Mitch is always just grain of salt.
Hey, is there any hangover from them living in Europe for like 8 years in September?
I think they're going to be so happy to be home.
It's
That's my-
nice that it's a
that's my-
home game. Could you imagine it being at like Philadelphia? That would suck.
That would be brutal. That'd be brutal.
Yeah.
They
you
did it.
fly
They
home
really
for a
did us
week,
some service.
and then you fly back to Philly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. We're gonna be back for like a week,
Yeah.
almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks at that point. We're
Yeah.
gonna be settled. We're gonna be settled and locked in.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think any European influence is going to be in this game at all. I think,
Oh yeah, they haven't did a bye. Never mind. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I
Yeah.
was a week off. Yeah, they'll be fine.
Oh, we got an empty net. Goal.
Traditionally,
no,
the
it was
Vikings
on
are bad
icings. Never mind.
after a bye.
Oh, really?
The Vikings are.
So do you think my
But, like-
statement is true? Like being a non-Vikings fan, like taking your Vikings fandom off for a second.
I think that it will be a tough matchup because the Eagles will be fighting for a win. We'll be fighting
Yeah.
for a win. However, we'll have a bunch of people back, like Blake Cashman, who is awesome in the run game,
Yeah.
which the Eagles, all they do is run the ball. They try to throw the ball, and they don't do anything. That's their problem the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was just gonna say on the defensive side, that's gonna be the key is if we can stop the run. I just want one team to try to do something to stop the tush push.
Yeah.
That I know there's not really much you could do, but just like it'd be interesting to see if there's something that a team could do in it. If Flores is the only one that I could see coming up with something that's like really creative for that, I don't know.
I have to say, I hate Mitch's prediction. That is the worst case scenario.
It
'Cause
is.
If Wentz
It's actually just
is
so
plays-
sour. It's just
If Wentz plays and the Vikings lay an egg, then it's like, well, we can just scapegoat poor Wentz, which he played at NDSU. So again, I'm gonna say I'll have no problem doing that. And he's a ginger. But if if McCarthy comes back and just flops, it's like, well, damn. Like, what was the point of that? Yeah, I mean, like now we are just bad. So yeah, I don't like that. Mitch, take that back.
yeah.
How
Take
dare
that
you?
back. That was bad. Can we bleep all he said? Because it was just
Yeah, that
like,
was rude. That was
yeah.
rude.
We're gonna bleep the entire thing, and so you gotta guess what he said. It's just
Yeah.
comment below what do you think what do you think he said?
You're starting to make me regret my college football 5 minutes segment.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're definitely gonna bleep all that.
No,
too.
okay. I like that prediction. That's funny.
It is
I like
funny, but it's
chaos.
also
Let's
just like
get
the
some-
worst. Oh my gosh! And the Kings just scored the tied up with
No, they
44
didn't.
seconds
Oh
left.
my god.
They went empty net for the last 3 minutes, and we couldn't bury one from full court or full ice.
Thank God it's October.
Go. DeAndre Swift just ripped a touchdown.
Oh, and of
Let's-
course. Let's
let's
see.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Good for you,
go.
Mitch. Good for you, Mitch. Your Bears score a touchdown, and that's the Wild give up a heartbreaking goal off the back. It was actually good defense and good goaltending. It just bounced horribly.
Oh, that was.
This is just a terrible 15 seconds for Derek.
Yeah, what the heck is going on?
I shit on his Vikings.
Our pet sides are falling off.
Hey Derek, I'll cheer you up. Throw back to 2 weeks ago when you guys talked about it. How stoked are you that the trees are finally back?
Speaking of that, Croonch
yeah.
time report here. Yeah, I'm excited the trees are back. I'm actually going to buy another. I'm going to buy another merch drop from our boy at 612 Tees again. He just
Are you
keeps
gonna buy
coming
a
out with stuff.
jersey? Are you gonna buy a trees jersey?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be first in line to buy one of those suckers.
Who's the name on the back?
Oh, it's gonna be Ant. It has to be Ant.
Has
I
to
might
be,
buy
yeah.
2. I might buy 1 so I can frame it.
Wait, did you say ant or cat?
Ant.
Oh, I was like, what? Cat.
No,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see
I always
about
buy an
that.
Ant. I'm just always gonna buy an Ant jersey because he's just gonna be.
I love him. I'm not a big basketball guy. I'm not a big NBA guy, and I love him.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. Gosh.
I would say I want him to have my kid, but we know how he feels about that. So, yeah.
Special Wolves episode next week. Stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah.
That'll be exciting.
It's gonna be the collab of the century, as they say. If you like immaculate vibes, like Ian's in this episode, you're gonna get that again next week.
Oh yeah, no. It's
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone? Because I gotta be honest, with the big Go for Sports, I don't follow basketball as much as I should. But do you have any friends who are like diehard Go for basketball fans? One, if you do, God bless them, because it's been a rough like decade. But two, I'd be interested to hear their take with the new coach and everything. Seems to be some optimism around the program.
Okay, a little optimism. I probably, I don't know. I think Zach's a little more dialed in than I am for Go for basketball.
Yeah.
I would say I definitely do like the hire. Keep it in state.
Okay.
Again, it's good. He brought in some guys that I think it's gonna be a work in progress.
It's his first year. We're okay. We're all right.
Yeah. It's a big time basketball state, underrated basketball state. I just feel like there's been a lack of commits that have stayed. I think that's one place to start. Get guys excited. Get some lower level recruits. All you need is a good group to come in through one time of just Minnesota boys just trying to put on for their state, and then you're gonna get some of those bigger talents to stay or get some better recruits. Just you got to build from somewhere, and it seems like we're building from scratch, just like Go for hockey. Getting some hometown boys, get some excitement, get some guys who are gonna play hard. They played hard last year. They just weren't very skilled.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. They played hard, and that's all you can really ask for. But yeah, that's about.
I have 2 quick things, and then I will not get us off track for a 5th time.
It's okay. This is the best part about Sideline Vibes is we're just vibing.
Oh yeah, we're just vibing. One, I totally agree with you. Get a core that's like you can sell them on being like you're not going to win a championship here. Like you're not. But you can be the beginning of of building something.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you'd be proud of that when like 10 years on the line, we're making hopefully, maybe I'm too overly optimistic, but we're making like runs into like the NCAA tournament. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
5-10 years, and with this portal era. You know, it's a double-edged sword, right? We've gotten gutted with it, unfortunately, the basketball program has, but there's nothing to say we can't use it in our advantage as well. The second thing is, I feel bad. I just gotta say this on the record. I feel on the record as if my opinion matters. I feel bad for Ben Johnson. I feel like he was given a raw deal.
I feel really bad for him.
I don't think he was like. No offense to him. I know how much he cares about Minnesota. You know, he played here. He's from here. But I mean, he didn't really have much head coaching experience, did he, at all?
No.
Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it was unfair to bring him in the first place, and then they really didn't give him this whole NIL era. They did not really give him a whole lot to work with.
No.
And I'm not saying it wasn't his fault at all. Like, obviously, there's things that he probably could have done better. I'm not a basketball expert, so I don't really know what those are, but. It was time to move on, but I feel like he was given a raw deal from the jump. Was it 4 years ago or when it was? I think it was 2021, right?
But, yeah, it was like either right after COVID or tough deal, but that's just how business goes, unfortunately.
He'll be fine. I'm sure he'll go on and get a nice gig somewhere else at like an assistant gig, and then But yeah, I feel like he should have had like, at least some smaller school head coaching experience at least, and then. But
Nick was going to bring that though. He had a good run with Colorado State, and they had a good run in the tourney. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how they kind of grow a little bit. But
yeah, be fun.
We'll do a quick Bear necessities, just because I want to talk about the Mariners. I'm just all in on those vibes for the Mariners. And Polanco. I'm just happy for Polanco. If you're going to cheer for somebody, cheer for Polanco. Yeah. And the people are just hyping him up. They're like, wow, he is so clutch. I'm like, yeah, we got to watch him do this all the time. And we miss him. So enjoy him, Mariners fans, all you out there. If there are any that listen to this, probably not. Shout to you. Good luck the rest of the season. Everybody's cheering for you.
Yeah,
in the northern upper what's it called? The upper 40.
the lower 48.
We're in the lower 48.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, in
the
lower,
contiguous United States.
but no, we're cheering for you. Also, like in the upper part of the
And the upper Midwest.
well, they're in the Pacific Northwest. So like we're not really.
When did this turn into a geography podcast?
I guess we're in the Northwest with them. I would count ourselves in the Northwest with Seattle. We're on the edge of the Northwest.
What?
We're on the
I'm
edge
gonna get
of
pissed
the
off
Northwest.
as you were about college football like 20 minutes ago. You gotta move on. We're not right. Whatever. I'm not gonna get.
There you go. There's my bare necessities there, and a geography lesson that didn't really make any sense. It makes sense.
You're a teacher.
Vibes wise. No, I know. But vibes wise, we are in like the Northwest. Like, even the Timberwolves are in the Northwest Division. Like, we just have that vibe.
Okay. Well, rank who you want to see win the World Series.
Mariners. I don't even know who else is in the running. I just like the Mariners.
Great transition.
Mariners, Blue
Mariners
Jays.
and an apocalypse.
Mariners, Blue Jays.
Oh, Blue
Dodgers,
Jays there too.
Brewers.
Get you
I
for-
don't like the Brewers, so there's that. Dodgers are the Yankees in the West, and then Blue Jays. I don't know ill will, but they're Canadian, so you're fine. But I don't really want to see win. So.
Sure. Anything else?
Ken
about
Griffey
the-
Jr.
I get you from. I just love playoff baseball. That's my last thing I would say. It's so exciting. I just wish they could expand it a little bit to make the playoffs like mean a little bit more based on the season being so
Long.
maybe shorten the regular season a little bit, but that'll ruin a bunch of records, and they're never going to do that for
100%.
baseball. But
Did you watch that crazy 15 inning game between the Mariners and who was it against? Who they play in the NLDS? Whoever they play in the NLDS, that's bad. I should know that.
the Yankees, didn't they play the Yankees? Wasn't that the big deal? So they beat the
The
Yankees.
Yankees are in the AL, Derek.
Aren't the Mariners in the AL?
No, they're in the. Yes, they are in the. Yeah, yes, they are. I'm
They
dumb. I'm the dumb one.
Yeah, did they
are.
beat the Yankees? Wasn't that
Did
the big
they?
deal?
I thought the Cubs beat the Yankees.
The Cubs are in the NL.
This,
Guys,
this
lock in,
podcast
chat.
is falling apart.
Lock in, chat.
Oh, it was the Tigers. It was Detroit.
Oh, we beat Detroit,
Yeah,
the Mariners. I love saying we like.
yeah, we're day one Mariners fans. What are you talking about?
Dude,
All three of us. Ken Griffey Jr.
dude, I love Ken
A-Rod. A-Rod was a Mariner, wasn't he?
a little bit, yeah, for a little while.
Yeah,
Like-
former Mariner, great.
I
You
love-
never played
I-
for anyone else, right?
A-Rod's a great person, so I'll
Like
never
Aaron
I'll never
Rodgers?
be against
The
A-Rod.
quarterback?
Not him. Moving on here, Prowls piece.
Janet
Lynx time, Lynx chatter here. Sorry, I'm really distracted by this game. Boldy got a penalty and they almost scored a goal.
Are
to
you
beat us in
flipping
overtime.
kidding me?
This would be a horrible loss.
Yeah, but yeah, blowing a
Oh.
3-goal lead would be a tough loss.
Is that Spurgeon just going hammer time? Yeah. Anyways, Prowls
Hammer
piece.
time.
All defense first team for Fee and Alana, as they deserved. There was a lot. They delayed this for a little bit. There was talks that maybe they're going to punish Fee by not putting her on that all defense list in the all W
They should have.
NBA.
Would have proved the point.
They should have not put her on there.
Well, then, like, if they had not put her on there, then it would have proved Fee's point even further that the W is poorly run,
True. That's a good point.
and they hold
It
a
is-
grudge and hold records and awards for players that speak up.
Sure. That would have been bad. But they didn't do that, which is good.
Boo.
But they did delay it a little bit. But all NBA,
I want
all
Fee to win
WNBA
the
for
awards,
Fee.
by the way.
Oh, sorry, what?
I want Fee to win the awards, but I want a change in leadership for the W. That's what I want.
Sounds like your team, Kathy.
No,
I'm just
but
kidding.
no,
I'm just kidding.
I am definitely
Mitch.
not. No, no.
Can we dub over Mitch saying, I really love all the decisions that Kathy's making?
No.
No, I'm just kidding. All WNBA for Fee as well, first team. She got
Nice.
all the possible votes you can get, along with Asia Wilson. Oh my gosh, they scored. End of overtime.
End of time.
They could not get it, and they were in a power play, and we're just saving it left and right. That was electric. Anyways,
LA had a power play.
LA had a power play, and they were just hammering slap shots at our goalie, and he just kept just denying them. It was insane.
Good Lord.
Some point blank looks too, and we're just big save, waffle boarded.
Yeah.
All right.
The
Asia
Wilds.
will.
We are not on the same page tonight.
It's 9:56 Central Time. It's past my bedtime.
Ooh,
What were you
okay.
gonna say?
No, dumb joke. You go.
Asia gets MVP. She gets Defensive Player of the Year. She gets Finals MVP, and she wins a championship. Easily the best player of the league. I will actually say that she might be the face of the league player-wise. She's like the spokesperson of the league.
I don't know. I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Okay, doesn't want to have
I'm
this
not
discussion.
rehearsed enough in Asia's game to.
You better.
I know.
Look up some highlights when you get home. Anyways, good for her. Congrats to the Las Vegas. Jeepers. The Las Vegas Aces. Congratulations to them. They deserve it. Becky Hammond's great coach. I'm glad they beat the Mercury. Thank God. It'd be a hard pill to swallow if the Mercury won. So good on them. Yeah. Frost. Talk a little puckhead here to end it before we get to vibe of the week. They actually play. They play before January.
Oh, they
so
do.
I don't know why. Like Google Gemini was like, "Hey, by the way, they played their first game January 3rd." When I was like doing my research at the beginning of the year, that's not the case. So Google Gemini, not a shout out to you. You stink. Shout out to the awesome social media team though for the Minnesota Frost. They released an epic schedule unveiling video. It's like a weather report from the Fox. I think it's like a Fox 9 guy or whoever we have. WCCO, I can't remember. Absolutely electric schedule release. You'll have to watch it on there. Yeah, there we go. Their first game is going to be on November
21st.
21st.
Taking
November
on
21st.
Toronto.
Toronto, yeah. You'll have to check out their schedule release. It's awesome. I'm pretty excited. Three-peat, Ian? Do you have a three-peat coming? Yeah.
Absolutely.
State of Hockey's got to claim something here.
Dude, we got to. We've played it twice now.
Yeah. Women's hockey. We have women's hockey on.
There's a couple games before that. November 13th and the 14th. They play New York.
Oh. One other quick puck note. We have the World Juniors in Minnesota this year.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I forgot about that.
So
I
if
saw a
you
schedule
like,
on the wall at the Marshall Arena.
basically the Olympics combined with March Madness.
That's what I've heard.
That's basically it. You see like a lot of future NHL players because it's like the best of the best.
Sure.
The age group I think is 16 to 20, but most of the players are like 18, 19 years old.
Sure.
It's like under 20, and it's if you like watching freewheeling hockey, that is the tournament to watch. And Coach Moscow is the head coach of Team USA this year. So there you
go. I saw that calendar or that thing on the wall at the Red Baron Arena here in Marshall, and I thought it was at Marshall for the longest time. I was like, wow, it's really cool that it's in Marshall.
Yeah.
That'd be
Canada
so
looks good. Canada looks really good, which is concerning. Big question is, does Team USA do a three-peat? We won the last 2 years. We do a three-peat. We're only allowed to wait and find out.
This is definitely an episode that Taylor Johnson is not going to listen to. He's very anti hockey. So maybe we'll expose him to some stuff that he needs to tune in for.
Taylor, I love you, but you disappoint me. Isn't he a big Gopher basketball fan?
I don't think he's a big college hoops guy. He's big Jackrabbits, SCSU, Roll Bits.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, roll bits.
Roll Bits. Yep.
Roll Bits. Yeah.
Mitch is contractually obligated to say that now.
Mm-hmm. I had someone tell me that that's not a real thing.
It's not a real thing. I say it. I invented it.
Derek, you made me look like a liar.
No, I invented it. I invented that. It has some traction, though. It has some traction. I've heard several people say it in the.
I like it.
Circles.
I like it.
It's actually kind of making
Derek,
it, which is really funny because I never went there. And I'm just
wholeheartedly believed you.
I mean, like, it's a thing to me. Hey, we
Are the
scored a
Bears
shootout
punting?
goal
Hold
here.
on. Are the Bears punting right now? What the?
No,
I mean, I
they're,
guess.
they're 3rd and 16. A mirror game might be
Oh,
ahead of mine.
he's ahead. Spoiler alert.
I'm ahead. Sorry.
No.
I'm
Bears
ahead.
are up 2. Gosh, there's a lot going on right now. Is it raining there?
Yeah,
Looks,
raining hard.
looks
Also,
miserable.
the amount of you've probably seen throughout this entire episode, me like just touch my
Dude, the
face.
flies are insane right now. I
Oh,
don't know
it's so bad. They keep
Yeah.
touching my face, and I want to kill them. I see them fly on my mic, and I'll be like, and then they'll fly away, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that. That's a microphone.
Yeah.
And we
Hey,
won.
Joe Buck, greatest commentating duo of all time. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Can't get any better, right?
Yeah. No, it could get better.
Could get a
have
lot
no,
better.
Could
get a
have
lot
no
better.
commentators. And
Oh my
just
God,
I
we're
miss
stadium
punting.
sound.
We are punting. No.
Well, what are you gonna do? Go for it?
Yes.
Yeah, you're in your own zone.
You're on the goal
You're
line.
deep in your own zone. Yeah,
The
you
wild
got
one.
just 6.5 minutes left.
Wild one shootout. 4-3.
yeah.
Great
Nice.
goal by Rossi.
Nice.
Is that his
Shootout.
name? Rossi. Yeah. And a shutdown on the other end. Ooh,
Dude,
good
this is the
moves
greatest
there.
sports podcast I've ever listened to in my entire life.
Actually,
Honestly,
He
yeah.
just likes the
I
hockey.
mean, yeah,
it's all
the
over.
hockey.
It's covering literally every sport you possibly could think of.
I'm pretty sure tennis is on right now. Should we tune into that?
I think we should.
Oh, dude, I got a 10-legger on a girl in Romania for a ballet parlay.
Be really careful how you phrase that, Mitch. That sounded
It's gonna
almost.
be great TikTok.
That gave off some like Taken vibe right there. But yeah,
I have a 10-legger girl going. Girls tennis
It-
10-legger
in Romania,
in
not
Romania. I got a 10-legger Romanian girl parlay.
Mitch is that uncle who's like, you want to bet on mahjong in Bangladesh?
Dude's on a heater.
Hey, son, you're not
I
going
think
to
Mitch.
college.
I think
but,
Mitch bets on my YMCA morning basketball old man league
Yeah,
games.
dude hasn't hit his over in like 3 days.
No, I was hot last week. I only missed
No.
1 3. I was 7. I was 6 for 7.
I took
Yeah,
you as
he's
a
washed.
devil
Yeah,
in
Mitch, he's washed.
No, I was 6 for 7 for 3. I like won 3 games because I was.
How many points do you have?
It's not about points. It's not about points. It's about vibes. It's
Well,
about
it's
vibes.
vibes.
and
I won.
figure
I
team
How
out.
won
many
games.
points did you have?
I scored a lot of points
How
last
many?
week. Um,
Because I had your
I can't.
over.
So many I couldn't keep track.
I had your over at 22.
Oh, they must have put that in wrong.
Unbelievable.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
God.
I
Gosh.
thought I believed in you.
This episode needs to just. I think it should just keep going.
We're
I think we keep going,
about
dude. I'm
let's-
gonna start making some late night eats. Do you want me to just bring my phone over? You guys can watch it cook.
Yeah. Do you want? You want to take a flight up here, Ian? We can just watch some more ball.
Yeah, I'd love to. I would love to.
Vibe of the week.
No,
Should I start with it, or
Yeah, you can
do you
start.
want
We can let Ian go first.
Ian? Do you want to go first or last? Do you have a good one or a medium one, or you didn't think of one?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. My vibe of the week is I'm not scared. I'm not scared. That's my vibe of the week. Is courage. We got a young Gopher team going into Grand Forks. They broke their shootout curse. They won their first shootout since Valentine's Day 2020 this past weekend against Boston College. I don't care that we're 1-2-1. I don't care. I don't care that we have a young team. I don't care that we are, we're working through it. I see signs, and maybe I'll eat these words in about 5-6 days, but I don't care. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Go up there and show the big bad wolf who we really are. Yeah. I'm gonna use my third. I'm gonna use my third and final one, and then I will cut off the swearing. Fuck North Dakota. They're my least favorite team in all of sports. Doesn't matter, college, pro, whatever. Their fans are gross. They're a bunch of oil drinking hicks who sleep with their own siblings. And I can't wait to go on there and win or lose. I want to see one of the Gophers just beat the piss out of one of those Fighting Hawks fans. So yeah, my vibe of the week is I'm not scared. So yeah.
That was the best vibe of the week I think
We've ever had.
we've ever had. I'm actually
Thank
gonna
you.
steal what you just did, Ian, and start to do that more. Just have like a feeling that I have, and then
That's right.
that was
Did I
great.
do it wrong? Did I do it wrong?
No,
No,
that
you
was
did it great.
literally perfect. I don't think
Oh,
we've been
yeah.
doing it right. I think you actually made it better. I think that's what we need to do. You got to think of a feeling, guys, and you got to explain your feeling with sports, because that's the best
yeah.
way. That's the best way guys do it.
Mhm.
It's like we don't
Yeah.
actually share our feelings; we share them through sports.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's it. I'm not scared. Go play for the have some pride, have some jam, and go go cross trick a kid in the corner. You know what I mean?
For the lovely state of Minnesota,
For the state of
for the
Minnesota,
boys,
yeah.
and for the
your
boys.
For the boys, yeah.
You know what you
Yeah.
gotta do too is put some pucks on the net. If you put pucks on the net, good things are gonna happen.
Just
You know.
just go north south. We simplify our game. Simplify our game. Get
Yeah.
pucks on net. Dish it out. Get in their zone. 200-foot game. 200-foot game.
Yeah, we gotta get a better flow. Get a better flow going. We gotta push it a little bit more. But I thought we got some good action there, and we just gotta keep putting pucks on the net.
I feel
Good
like I
things
gotta go get the hot dish out of the oven.
Oh,
Get the hot dish out of the oven. Get the pucks in deep, and just.
All right,
But
Mitch,
fine.
what's your vibe of the week? We'll just
Are
keep
we?
going
I'll
here.
change it up. I'll match this new approach to vibe of the
Give
week.
give your feelings, and then
Optimism, optimistic.
Oh yeah.
Because Nebraska beat Maryland, which was not it wasn't a must win, but if we lost, it definitely wasn't going to help us in any way. And we finally broke into the top 25, being 25th, but we're still in the top 25. So
There you go.
we have not been there, I think, since 2016. So it's actually a huge deal that we're ranked again. I'm going to fact check myself just because I want to be sure that that's right.
we don't fact on vibe of the week. We don't fact check.
All vibes, no facts.
No facts. See, I just told you. That's why I was saying what I was saying. There's no. It's just like we're bellied up to a bar in the 70s, and you didn't look up stuff. You just said what was on your mind, and
Yeah, Mitch.
said what you
it's
said.
1983, and we're in South St. Paul at some dive bar, and KCTV is on. We're watching the North Stars or the Vikes, and it's good times. Life is good.
Yeah, that was wrong. They were ranked 22 after week 3 last year. But
All right,
yeah, way off. But
it's all right.
we're just very optimistic for Huskers football. Just looking great. And it was homecoming this past week for SMSU, so that was exciting.
Hell yeah.
And just a lot of high energy, getting a lot of traction. So it's all looking positive. And I get to go on vacation this weekend to Fargo. So, which Derek thinks
Okay,
is
that's not. No offense, it's not vacation.
see, this is what I said earlier. He keeps saying go up, Reed. We're in the middle. Next to
we're
Orange.
going to a haunted house, and we're also gonna go drink at Bruhala.
Okay,
you keep
I'm
saying you're
back in.
going on vacation though. Like that's not a vacation.
I'm there
Look.
Friday all day till Sunday
Okay.
at like 10 or 11.
See, that's another thing I have to hold back a little bit here because it's not you can't yuck someone's yum and vibe of the week.
Yeah.
That's another rule.
Yeah,
Come
I don't
on.
want to rain on your parade.
But
I don't. In fact, I'm glad you're optimistic. I'm not glad why you're optimistic because that would be bad for my goats. But I'm glad that you, Mitch,
Yeah.
are optimistic. Because I don't care if you've been friends for a podcast and a New Year's Eve party, or you've been friends for over a decade like Derek and I. I want my friends to be happy and optimistic. So yeah,
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
Ian. That's awesome.
yeah.
I
Not in
also
5 days. I want you to be a little sad, but right now I want you to be optimistic and happy.
I also understand that going to Fargo is a pretty lame vacation, but
I mean, the haunted house sounds dope. The haunted house.
no,
sounds
like
dope.
what you're doing sounds fun. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Like
It's just kind of funny to hear the words vacation and Fargo come out of Minnesotan's mouth. That's all. I'm not mocking you, and I don't want to yuck someone's yum.
I see the irony.
But hey, you know what? Yeah. I like it. Hell yeah, dude.
I mean,
Fargo.
I like
What?
Fargo a lot.
Fargo's good times.
I know
Yeah.
someone over there does not, but
it's the Miami of the Northwest.
It's true. It is both good and bad.
Yeah, take what you can. Reed, what's your
Reed's a
vibe of the
warrior,
week?
dude.
I'd say based off this new format, joy was my vibe of the week.
Yeah.
Went to the apple orchard with my niece and nephew over the weekend, and just had a blast. Love the kiddos. That's about it.
Nice.
Short and sweet.
Nice.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
That's great.
I haven't watched that one yet, so
Are you
Not-
spoiling
I'm
the
not
apple
saying anything.
orchard or what? What do you mean? Don't spoil.
that's ahead.
Oh no, I was just joking. That was a joke. Reed,
I'm
that
not
sounds
saying
awesome.
anything.
Actually,
It's more
Apple
fun
orchards are
when you're
dope.
there with your niece and nephew. I'll
Sure.
tell you that.
sure. Good stuff.
Yep, same orchard that I went to with my siblings when I was a kid, and now my sister will
Oh,
come
that's
back every
cool.
year to bring her kids. So keep the family tradition.
We love family
Is it like
traditions.
is it in the area?
Yep, it's the used to be Holmberg Orchard. Now it is Rustic Iron.
I
Shout
don't
out
know
to
if I've been
them.
to that one.
Yeah, we'll have to. We
Nice.
should hit that
Nice.
up.
Small little family farm.
Like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like small businesses.
Did you buy pumpkins or apples? Or both?
I bought some apples.
Let's go. Let's
My
go.
sister bought some pumpkins. I did not buy any pumpkins. I thought about it, but my dad actually grew pumpkins this year, so I took some from his little patch.
Yeah, can't. You don't want to like mess with his supply that he has. Like you don't want to like step on his turf.
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, I grew pumpkins. You can take those.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Like you don't.
Hell yeah.
I think he just wanted to get rid of them.
That's such a dad activity. It's like, oh yeah,
Gardening?
just growing pumpkins this year.
Yep. Grew it in his garden.
I want to try to grow something just outrageous in my backyard.
Just plant one big pumpkin.
I want to try to
patch.
grow the biggest pumpkin.
What's your favorite dad activity? What's something your dad does that just cracks you up?
Um,
I have a
Shake
really
your
good
head.
one. I'll let you guys
All
go
right.
first.
So my dad just got a tractor. So they bought land out in South Dakota a year or two ago, and they're
Okay.
just now getting to the point where they're ready to do some groundwork. So my dad got a tractor, and he told me the other day, he said, I really hope my tractor doesn't miss me. Because he misses his tractor, and he knows that his tractor misses him, and he just wants to play with his tractor.
He's like a kid
I
at
love
heart.
that.
Yep, he wants to play in some dirt.
I love that.
Derek, what's a dad activity that your dad does that cracks you up?
well, he's at like the retirement age, so he doesn't really do like a ton
Or
of
something he
activities like
used to do.
that. But like used to do, like I mean, his thing is just like he just goes fishing like pretty much every day he could possibly go fishing, even if it's like not in a certain season. That like he's just going out there.
Derek,
It's just him by himself, or just pulling up to like a side of a road. Like he always has his fishing stuff with him. Can just drop rod whenever he needs to.
Drop hook.
Derek,
Dropping hooks.
Drop line.
Drop line. Drop rod. I think
Oh,
drop rod is the
I
one.
peaked.
Oh, and the Bears win?
Yeah, they won.
they won.
Wow.
I peaked. I was like,
Oh.
wow. He iced him, so this kick is the kick. If it goes in or not, and I looked up, I was like, oh, Bears are cheering. Let's
I would
go.
have laughed so hard if it was a double doink.
Stop. Don't.
Triple doink this time though.
You know, that is deserved. I said things about the Eagles Vikes game.
Yeah, you
this-
did.
This coming week.
Derek, did you one time tell me like a couple years ago that your dad watches like literally every Twins game every year?
Yep, every single one. That was the other one until Bally, stupid Bally. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude,
He
that is such a
single-handedly
dad
lost some
move.
of the biggest fans in Minnesota Twins history by ruining but they got it all figured out. But they still all, my dad and my uncles, they all watch every single Twins game
Damn,
for the last like
that's commitment.
since like as long as you can remember.
Being a diehard baseball fan is I respect that. I respect whoever does that because you gotta
That is
go
the
through
most dad
some.
thing. Yeah, that is the one. I couldn't think of one on the fly, but
Mine off the top of my head is I'll mention something to my dad. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know. All right, here's an example. So back like in late June, there are activities like on base you can go, and for mad cheap you can just take a lot more money somewhere else. Like they have like those little like sunfish sailing boats. It's like literally 12 feet. You drop the keel in, and you go sail around the little lagoon. And I went for like maybe $20. Got some lessons. Was out for like 3 hours. It was awesome. And I mentioned it to my dad. He's like, "Oh, that's awesome." This was late June. I haven't really had time with like flight school and everything. I was just doing other stuff, and the fact that like I have as much fun as I had with it, like it's not top of my priority list. I think almost every single time I call home, my dad's like, "Yeah, like like you should keep keep doing that stuff, keep busy when you're like have like downtime and you have holds in flight school, like that's a sailing thing, Let me know if you keep doing that sailing thing." That was late June. It is now mid-October. God bless my father. I love that man. But like I finally be like, yeah, I don't know, it's not the top of my priority list, but we'll see. And then I felt so bad because I could hear him go, oh, oh, okay. I'm like,
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
well, what have
Yeah.
I done? I broke my poor dad's heart, and just like, oh, yeah, well, like, I guess if you don't love doing it, you don't have to do it. I was just like,
That's the worst thing. That's the
Yeah,
worst
I
thing
know.
ever.
yeah.
So now you got to double down. You got to do it
Now I have to do it like every week now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
to make up for it. It's the only
Yeah.
thing, only right thing to do.
yeah, I have to. So if I could eat my alligator in the lagoon in Pensacola, it's for my dad.
There you go.
Yeah.
What a valiant way to go out.
I hate alligators. I hate them.
I hate them gators.
My
The raccoon
top
of the South, I heard.
top 3 biggest fears, dude. Them, sharks, and crocodiles.
I have a baby gator head in my classroom now.
That's sick.
Did you have a dad one that you were?
Yeah, I do. I'm actually pretty
Oh
excited.
yeah. Oh yeah. I want to hear this.
So my dad raises tilapia.
I knew that.
Yeah, he
That is
used
the
to
most-
also raise quail in conjunction with the tilapia, but the quail,
Like, how does that work?
well, separate pens.
Wait,
I mean,
They
yeah.
don't raise them together.
hope so. But like, what is the? Why'd you say like in conjunction? Like they are working together. Like they're collaborating. You mean like at the same time?
My dad wanted to do this whole like off-grid, like eco thing. He wanted to do like a garden, and he would take like the quail poop and use it to fertilize the water garden, and then the tilapia would be in under the water garden, and it
How
was
does one learn this?
a lot of YouTube, dude. He watches a lot of YouTube. And you can,
Tilapia, like the fish.
yeah, the fish.
I love this. I love this so much.
And quail, like the small bird that
Yeah,
some people hunt.
Did the quail ever go after the tilapia, or are they like a more of a?
No. The tilapia were in a water, like farm-sized level container that cows would drink water out of. That's where he kept them, in the basement and in the garage. The tilapia got too big. He had to go put it in his neighbor's koi pond. So,
Dude, I want to meet your dad. This is awesome.
yeah,
I love
my
this
dad's
so
pretty.
much.
My dad's pretty awesome.
Mitch's family is literally one of one.
Yeah,
like,
we're pretty unique.
The lore is deep there, and
Yeah.
it's yeah.
That is awesome. I love that. So, what's the end game? Just have like a giant ecosystem?
Yeah, so the reason it was tilapia is because tilapia is the quickest fish to being mature enough to harvest or to kill and butcher.
Okay.
It takes 20. No, it takes a year and like 2 months for you
Okay.
to be able to harvest tilapia, where other
So
fish
then-
are like 3 or 4 years.
So then, what? Maybe I missed the connection. What's the point of the quail? How are they connected?
So the
I'm all
quail,
in. I'm so invested now.
my dad had at one point like 50 quail birds.
50.
50. And
I just want to see your backyard.
they were kept in a chicken coop. At least like 30 of them were. And then we have like these raised gardens, and the other 20 got to live as little dinosaurs in this raised garden area that had chicken wire over the top.
How big was the chicken coop?
There was about 10 birds in each level, and there was 3 levels.
Oh, so they were comfy. This wasn't like quail shits or something like that.
So he
Dude.
had the quail to, I believe, I'm not spot on with this. I'm not confident, but it
Okay.
was twofold. One, for egg production,
Yeah.
because eggs are expensive. And although quail eggs are very tiny, when you have 50 of them laying them,
Sure.
and he would make us like, it was 3 quail eggs to 1 regular chicken egg. So he would make us a trio of like little over easy egg thing, but it'd be like 1 egg. So it would just sit on a slice of toast.
I love that.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah.
And then I believe the poop was used for something for the garden or for the water
Got it.
garden. I could be wrong on that though.
Interesting. Wow. You never know what's going on in someone's house or backyard. You really don't.
No,
I love that.
you do not. Or in our basement, or in our
Like,
neighbor's.
Think about it. Think about driving around and being like, hey, that house right there has a quail and tilapia farm behind it. You know what I mean? Or I saw like a reel last night. I saw on Instagram because I have reels because I'm an adult. I don't have TikTok. And
that's the hot take. Anyways, keep going.
and it's the right take. Also, Derek, I love you. Quit sending me TikToks. I can't open them. Or I just have numerous
boomer.
TikToks from Derek that I can't open.
I
Then Derek goes,
downloaded
"Isn't this?"
TikTok just for Derek.
I could. But he goes, "Isn't this hilarious?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, dude, it's hilarious." And then I finally, like a month ago, I'd be like, "I haven't seen any of these."
Okay, boomer.
So, anyway, I saw one last night, and it's some dude had made a tank, a battleship, and a like World War II era like fighter plane, all out of cardboard, and then had his like cats in them in the bathroom. And the top comment was, "You really never know what's going on in someone's house." Like,
True.
I'm not talking about in a nefarious or like bad way, but like there are so many random things that are happening right now as we speak across America that if you saw it, you'd be like, well, that's not illegal. It's not even immoral. It's perfectly fine. But I would never have guessed that someone would have thought, hey, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to do insert whatever. You walk in on this house. And I love that. I love it. Humans never cease to amaze me. And it's great. You know, it's great.
Well, and the part of the reason also for the quail was because the city that my parents live in, there's a city ordinance that doesn't allow for chickens.
Okay, that was my next question. Like, why not chicken? But now there you go. Okay.
The quail was to rebel against the city ordinance.
I love that. Stick it to the man.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Stick it
to Big Bird.
Yeah.
Big word?
Big Bird.
Oh, Big
Big
Bird.
Bird.
Oh, okay.
Big Bird. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I have nothing even remotely close to that. I will say I go home now, and every single time I'm home, since we're all like my parents are empty nesters, my dad just has some sort of like solitaire, like single player World War II board game on my bed or on my brother's bed. Like just like I'm talking like little like stilts like that tall with like little like cardboard B-17s that are flying over Germany. He has like one for like World War II, like Omaha Beach, World War II, like Army Air Corps. It just every time I go home, there's some sort of new campaign on my bed or on my desk, and it's like he's like, yeah, I killed 8 U-boats the past month. I'm like, all right, hell yeah, John, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
the man
John.
63. He has always had a fascination with military history, and my mom has like classic like white moms in like middle class white moms. She has like 1,000 things she does. Like she's part of like the Chambers Orchestra. She accompanies like the choir for piano. She like helps out with like youth group, like all this, like just mom stuff that like she's gone half the time. And my dad's just like, what am I gonna do? My kids are gone. My wife is super active in the community. I don't really want to talk to new people. I have the 3 friends that I need, and they're all busy or moved away. So I guess World War II campaigns. Yeah, so there's always something new. Yeah, I get home. He's like, yeah, I stormed the beaches of Iwo Jima last week. I'm like, fuck yeah, all right, cool. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
I love that though.
Yeah.
You really don't know what other people are doing in their house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Someone's raising quail and the other is storming the beach in Normandy. Like
Exactly. Yeah. What if we took the backyard, your parents' backyard, and my dad's newfound military expertise, and had the quail storm the beaches of Normandy?
steal the beaches of tilapia.
Yeah, exactly. I like this. Dude, Derek right now is just like, at what point did I lose complete control of this podcast?
I think from the instant we started, even before we started.
I'm so sorry, dude.
My vibe of the week
Sorry.
is
We haven't even got to your vibe. Fuck.
God help whoever is listening this far in the episode. Honestly, you probably have some gold some gold lore that you just discovered. Shout out to you, you're the #1 fans if you've gotten this far. My vibe of the week, I would say just probably happy is a very simple one, but happy / filled up with joy. That's a joy part, kind of the same thing as Mitch said, but went to the Jacks football game last week. Got to hang out with Taylor Johnson and a lot of Brookings people that. So yeah, I had a lot of fun at the game. South Dakota State, man, they put on it. That was like one of the largest attendance that they've had, like all time.
yeah.
It was so much
Who
fun.
they play?
They played the Northern Iowa Panthers.
UNI.
No, you and I.
They
Hell
kind
yeah.
of gave it to him. Not a super high scoring blowout, but it was pretty much controlled from
There's
beginning
some
to end.
optimism in the beginning for you and I,
Sure.
and then it went.
Yeah, vibes are
That's the
great all
best.
around. Happy Hobo Day.
Ooh,
That was a good. It was a good time all around.
that's why you went, because of Hobo Days.
Oh, I love Hobo Day.
You nutcase.
Yeah, Hobo.
I have never been. I grew up in South Dakota. I have never been to either a Hobo Days or D Days.
What's D Days?
Dakota Days. It's USD's homecoming.
USD. Okay.
Ooh,
My
yeah,
mom
you're not
used-
missing much.
My mom used to work for a Anheuser-Busch distributing company, and she would talk about how much beer needed to be distributed around during those
Hell yeah.
times.
Hell yeah.
I believe that.
South Dakota, my favorite of the 2 Dakotas.
I would have to agree.
I just like South Dakota State. Brookings, great town. Great town. Good times. Do you know what I feel like? Actually, this is actually my actual feeling.
Are we just gonna start talking like
I feel
this?
like
I mean, I
life-
got nowhere to go. So just keep
I feel
talking.
like I feel like Life of a Showgirl. That's my vibe
Oh
of the
my-
week.
Okay.
Taylor Swift album, fire. If you don't like it, you're a hater and you don't like good vibes. Some great songs in that, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
I would have thought you would have been a fan of. What's the wood one called?
Wood.
Is it
Evermore?
called Wood?
Yeah,
No, Wood. I thought you were
Wood?
a fan of Wood.
Derek is a big Swiftie.
I know. I loved every song on that album. It
and
was
it's
really good.
gonna-
I
it's
actually-
gonna make our numbers skyrocket.
I do
once
like
everybody
Ophelia.
knows.
Ophelia is really good.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
good
did like
song.
that one.
Faded,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably
I
the
thought
only
the
one I've
album
heard
was
on the
very
radio.
okay.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, it got an unnecessary amount of hate. It's become too popular to hate. It's like hating like Nickelback. It's like popular to now hate Taylor Swift. The lyrics, yeah, weren't her best, but like, I think she has better albums, but it's not like atrocious music, you know. And I'm sorry, I don't listen to every song to hear every single lyric. I kind of want just something to bop to while I'm like making dinner.
That's
know,
kind
so-
of that's kind of the vibe. Is like bopping music. I don't know.
Exactly. Like it's fine. It's not her best, but it's fine, and that's okay. That's okay, you know. She's a
God
star.
forbid, God forbid, someone's a little happy.
Exactly.
We went from talking about Indiana football to Minnesota hockey to tilapia to Taylor Swift album.
Yeah, it's time
rankings.
to go.
Yeah,
It's time to
we
go.
gotta wrap this up.
Hey,
boys.
thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and thank you. You supplied the vibes and the knowledge, and you know what? Just the love of the game. Just the love.
Hey
of the game.
man, I just love being a glue guy. You guys brought me in. You guys already had the talent. You already had the championship team, and I love just coming in and being a locker room guy, fitting in where I could and helping out where I could.
Yeah.
My last plug is if you like vibes and bops, listen to Olivia Dean.
Yeah.
I've been she's been on repeat the past like few weeks. She's awesome. But again, thanks for having me on. It was great chatting all things sports and tilapia with you guys. Mitch, I need more of your family's lore. And yeah, I'm a fan. Now that I have a little more free time in my hold of flight school, I'll be sure to listen to more podcasts. I'm gonna go back and go tune back into some older ones. So
Sure.
love Sideline Vibes. Love you guys. And go all things Minnesota.
Yeah. Keep putting pucks in the net there, Ian. Keep putting pucks.
Get them in
the net.
deep. Yeah.
Get 'em in deep. All right. Shout out to everybody who stuck through the end of this, and shout out to Mitch's dad's tilapia farm.
Go, Dad.
Peace.
Peace. All right, that's a wrap.
That'll do it.